service to Ben Getty, who dedicated 13 years of his life to make me the champion that I am today. This fight means more to me than I can express to you in words. So I will just have to show you guys what it's all about on July 20th.
Does that mean you weren't quite prepared?
It means I was trying to lose weight after 2 years, sitting on the couch with injuries and depression of not being a world-class fighter that I am, not living my best life like I am about to beat up Manny Pacquiao. This is my best life. So I got smiles, I got motivation, and I was just getting back in the ring with Lopez, man. I knew it was gonna be a tough fight. I just want to be prepared. I was prepared, and I won the fight. You know, I knew I could rely on my boxing skills, my boxing talent, and my footwork and my defense, and that's what won me the fight. This fight, I want to come out stronger. I dropped Lopez in the second round, but I never came out throwing a lot of bombs. I caught him with a check hook. It's been a while since I've let my hands go and really take chances. It takes a little extra energy. If you want to put that oomph into the punch, if you want to put a little bit more, it takes a little bit more out of you. So I just got to train a little bit harder, and that's why I hired 2 professional trainers so that I can land 1 punch come July 20th.
Do you feel
How much weight do I have to lose?
How much weight did you have to lose for that fight?
For the Lopez fight, I was at, you know, I mean, it's not at the start of camp, it's pre-camp. I always cut a little bit because I end up getting too big out of 22 months of inactivity, right? I was at 183 pounds in preparation, knowing that I was going to get the Lopez fight. So I had to slowly get down. Then once we were in camp, I always cut about, you know, anywhere from 25 to 27 pounds.
Are you prepared to go the distance? Because he's obviously going to try to wear you out through time.
Oh, the distance ain't no problem, man. Thurman's been going 12 rounds for a minute now, you know? But that's boring. So let's try to make it shorter.
Well, he wants to make it.
Keith, do you look at that shot that Josecito landed as almost like a blessing in disguise? Like maybe it made people, somebody like Manny Pacquiao, more willing to want to get into the ring with you after that.
What he said at the end?
That scare.
God is good. God is good all the time. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason, man. This is truly a blessing. That left hook could have been a blessing in disguise because obviously, you know, some people do feel that it might have created the vulnerable look that might have gave Manny Pacquiao the confidence to sign the contract. And, you know, a lot of people believe that you're only as good as your last fight. The only thing was my last fight was a tune-up. You know, I'm a world champion, and I showed that when a tough fighter like Josecito Lopez tries to take advantage of a champion like Keith Thurman off of a 22-month layoff, because that boy came to fight. He always comes to fight. But we know on that night, we saw one of the best Josecito Lopez we've seen in a long time. And I still defeated the man, okay? So I just don't see anything that Manny Pacquiao can do in the ring. He's too small. They say he's fast. To me, he's slow, you know? His movements are predictable. This is boxing. He comparing me to Oscar De La Hoya. The problem is when he fought Oscar De La Hoya was the old man and he was the young buck. Okay.
Down in weight.
And you know, he's used to fighting bigger guys, but he's not used to fighting bigger, younger, stronger. And I believe it's going to show in the ring.
What did you think about Pacquiao's fight with Broner? What kind of Pacquiao are you expecting?
Yeah, you know, I like Pacquiao's performance. Matter of fact, it inspired me so much. After the fight, I ran 3 miles. Got rained on. In my Yeezys. I got witnesses. I made my boy run with me. So he played basketball. I was like, we're going for a walk real quick, get some fresh air. We went for a walk. I hit the corner. I started jogging on him. And I made him follow suit, you know. But, you know, Manny Pacquiao, that performance motivated me. To be honest, it truly motivated me to watch a 40-year-old man be victorious in that ring on that night before I was about to perform with a 22-month layoff a week later. You know, it was truly inspirational. Manny Pacquiao is a beautiful story. He is inspiration to many, including myself on that day. I'm inspired right now. I'm just inspired to beat him up.
Are you surprised you're even fighting him? Like, coming up in the game, did you ever think you'd be fighting Manny Pacquiao?
I mean, I knew I wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. I didn't believe that it would happen. But like we say, man, God is good. Manny is he's over here, he's doing business with us, and he signed this contract. So I'm really grateful. I'm honored to share the ring with him. But I truly do believe that it's a new era in boxing. Every champion is a new champion that you haven't heard of. This is a new establishment in the sport. There's a new heavyweight division, and come after July 20th, on July 21st, there will officially be an official new welterweight division where you don't hear the name Floyd Mayweather, where you don't hear the name Manny Pacquiao, where all you'll be talking is Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and whoever else that we don't even know who's coming up grinding to be at the top to compete with the welterweights in the welterweight division today. Manny Pacquiao is the past, and I'm gonna make sure.
Contingent on the outcome of the fight. Contingent on the outcome of the fight, are you going straight to a unification?
There is no plans past Pacquiao. Get this fight in, perform, have the best camp of my life, living my best life, be the best Keith Thurman I can be, and we'll just go from there, one fight at a time. We are not looking past Manny Pacquiao, not for 1 second.
Hey Keith, you was calling for Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather for quite some time.
Yes, sir.
How did Keith Thurman feel the next day after you knew it was official to get one of those guys on your resume now?
Like I said, man, this is just a dream come true. I'm hoping to expand my legacy by ending his legacy, and hopefully grab more fans in the process. Boxing is a beautiful sport. Of course, I have all the intentions to hurt him, but it's truly out of respect. You cannot box forever. They announced him as a senator. He needs to go be a senator.
If you one time, is there any part of you that would feel bad in some way after the fact? Like Manny Pacquiao, he's a legend, for him to go out like that. Any small part of you?
If you're a fighter and you want to keep stepping in this ring, somebody has to be the one to let you know it's time to let it go. We have great champions like Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest to ever do it, but he didn't end his career at the right time, okay? Tainted his name. Manny Pacquiao gets knocked out by Keith Thurman. He's still Manny Pacquiao, but Keith Thurman is the next one.
Gary Holmes cried after he beat Muhammad Ali. This wouldn't be that kind of situation?
Nah. You know what I mean? I mean, it's, like I said, man, it's out of respect, I didn't make him sign the contract. He signed the contract. You know what I mean? Anybody who signs a contract, you already offended me. You offended me, all right? I'm a real fighter. This is how it is. This is how I stay humble.
You're the super champ. He's the regular champ. You're on the B side. Did that offend you?
There ain't no, I'm on the B side. How am I on the B
side
side?
of the poster.
Huh?
It's his name first.
Just advertisement purposes, player. You know what I mean? When I fought Danny Garcia, we had it both sides. You had Thurman versus Garcia and Garcia versus Thurman. Why? Because it's both champions. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna argue over the petty things. That's petty, boy. That's petty. You want to come out first? You want to come out second? That's petty. You know what I mean? So like Manny Pacquiao, to him, trash talk is petty because he want to fight. Announcing who's this and banners that's petty to me too because I already know I'm gonna win.
Really the champion at 147. Do you view him as a champion, really?
Well, I mean, he is a champion. He's had some impressive wins. He's got a great legacy. He deserves to be called champion. But there's a reason why he is not the super champion. And throughout Manny Pacquiao's career, I believe another reason why he chose me is because he has not held the Super WBA title throughout his career, throughout his legacy. If, regardless of if he fights me, wins, retires, fights me, wins, keeps fighting, if he walks away with the WBA super title of the world, not only is he expanding his legacy, but it is something brand new for even Manny Pacquiao. I think that's what excites him and inspires him in this matchup against me. For me, my belt is on the line. He's not offering me a title. He's offering me his legacy, to be a part of his legacy and allow him to be a part of my legacy. And I believe that that's an honor and a blessing, and I'm going to take full advantage of this opportunity.
Hey, can you fight a third time this year?
A third time this year? No, sir. No, sir. We get this job done, shoot, we're going to be, we got to relax, I'm very happy to stay active, and I would love to continue to perform twice a year instead of the slow rolling that I was doing when I was champion, when I fought Sean for once that year, and I waited for the Danny fight. I could stay busy, It depends on how I feel, but I'm not projecting a third fight this year.
Keith, are you at 100% now? As you guys said at the after the Josecito Lopez fight, the Lopez press conference, you weren't exactly at 100%. Are you at 100% now physically?
Well, I'm not fighting tomorrow, so no, sir, I'm not at 100% right now. You know what I mean? That's why I hired 2 professional strength and conditioning coaches, so that come July 20th, we will be 100%.
Keith, explain what it feels like being a fight this magnitude. Well, not so much this is obviously the biggest fight in your career.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now that you're under the festivities going on, and explain the feeling being at this ring moment. How does it feel?
I mean, it just feels like a blessing, man. It's truly honor, It's like Manny Pacquiao said. He said he hasn't felt this way since Oscar De La Hoya. Manny Pacquiao is my Oscar De La Hoya. Manny Pacquiao is my Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao is my Sugar Shane Mosley, He beat all of them, but Floyd, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's amazing. I almost feel like I get to fight almost all of them through fighting Manny Pacquiao. Because he's bringing the experience that he has against Oscar, against Shane Mosley, against Floyd Mayweather into the ring on July 20th to your boy Keith one-time Thurman.
Are there any different type of preparations we're mentally and physically for this particular fight?
Go hard. Go hard. No excuses. The number one thing I hate about the sport of boxing is to watch a talented young man not win.
Like Adrian Broner.
Like AB. Like many others,
Both of you guys are enrolled in the clean boxing program. What makes it eligible for you guys to be tested 365 days, 24/7? Is there any vital testing throughout this camp for you? And
normally there is. I have not been informed on yay or nay. I haven't heard any details of yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm used to all forms of testing.
Okay, and if it's not, would you stipulate it in the contract for vital testing?
There's nothing he can do to win, baby. I ain't worried.
Hey, Keith, with a win.
I'm automatically already a Hall of Famer. Unified champion of the world. When Keith one-time Thurman defeated the undefeated Danny Garcia, that was history in the making on that day. You know what I mean? And it might not be the most historical moment, but amongst real boxing people, it's history. Because many people are champions. Only so many unify, and that's what separated me at that time. Now I get to fight a legend, Manny Pacquiao, and not just truth be told, no matter how many fights he's got left, I'm one of the last fighters to fight him, and I believe I will be the last fighter to fight him, and that in itself is history.
Keith, why do you think that testing has not been brought up?
I don't know. I mean, it's we normally do it, so they spring it up on me. It doesn't bother me at all. It's always in all my past fights, so it's not a big deal.
From the other side,
I'm never concerned. I'm the guy who says let them take whatever the fuck they want, because it does not affect their hands. Okay. Now I understand a little things with like maybe testosterone levels, because we are men, and men we live off of testosterone. So testosterone can do something as far as maybe a performance enhancer. But hey, man, enhance your performance, baby, because I'm bringing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how I am, man. I can really care less, but I'm always pro testing. I never go against it, and I always participate. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, Keith, banner your colleague Errol Spence had a banner yesterday. Getting a victory over Manny Pacquiao puts you back on top.
It definitely puts me back on top, but outside of that, it's really how I do it, man. Keith one-time Thurman lets you guys see the real one-time. One-time comes back with KOs, I got an O. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. 40-year-old Pacquiao says he's inspired to fight an undefeated young champion, and at 40, he says he can take my O. I don't believe him, but he believes him, and that's what matters. That's what matters. Come July 20th, the truth will reveal itself.
Do you think this fight's a better business and just being your
I mean, I think this is one of the greatest fights of the year, one of the best matchups of the year, and I was a fan of Canelo's last fight, even though I didn't watch it because I'm team Danny Jacobs, and I thought that was a tremendous fight for the year. But Thurman Pacquiao, you tell me a fight that's better this year, and especially by watching the performances, okay? Because I gotta admit, you know, Mike Garcia sold the fight. You know, he had everybody believing that he was gonna do something. He didn't really have me believing, but he had a lot of people believing. You know, a lot of people believing. You know, now the performance wasn't the best fight of the year. Canelo's last fight wasn't the best fight of the year. I'm not saying Thurman Pacquiao is going to be the best fight of the year, but you can guarantee it's going to be better than those fights. You can guarantee. Name a key Thurman fight that you didn't like.
in terms of pay-per-view, this being your debut? How do you think?
Look, man, I want it to do as great as God lets it do. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got a big name. I got a lot of fans. I'm hoping to reach out to more people. You know, I have a beautiful story. The way I've dedicated myself to this sport, the way I've stayed undefeated, having my ups and downs as an athlete, as an individual. What I love about boxing is that you don't have to be a boxer to relate to boxers, because as a human being, you already know what it is to fight. You already know what it is to struggle. It doesn't matter where those fights come from. It doesn't matter where your struggle comes from. You know. We fight for real. We put ourselves on the line. We strive for greatness. Many fighters who want to be champions don't make it in this life. The very few, I'm lucky to be one of the few, to be champion of the world, to be undefeated. I want to stay undefeated. I dedicate myself to this sport. But when I fight, I got people behind me. I got fans behind me. I got my haters behind me. It doesn't matter, man, because Keith One-Time Thurman is living a dream. Come July 20th, is nothing but a dream come true.
Keith is here to retire Manny, so should he stick to his senator job?
Look, I mean, when it comes to boxing and working two jobs, that's not an easy thing. And sooner or later, he's gonna have to pick one. I'm just trying to make it sooner.
Keith.
You know, Porter is tough. If you let him fight his fight, which I don't think he even did in his last fight, you know, I'm not a fan of this Porter boxing. I'm not a fan of Porter on the outside. If Porter stays on the outside against Errol Spence, it's easy pickings for Errol Spence. If Porter roughs him up and fights him the way he fought me, if he fights him the way he fought Andre Berto and got all up in his chest, and there was a few headbutts, you know, I know they're not intentional, but it makes the fight annoying, you know. It is that you don't have to just watch out for this guy's hands and what punches he's throwing. You got to watch out for that bulldozer of a head he's got charging at you at the same time, you know. But I definitely favor Spence in that fight.
Keith.
Knowing that you had all that time away and that you were a little less in your last fight, was you ever thought in your mind about a different opponent other than Pacquiao before getting Pacquiao?
No, Manny Pacquiao is just the perfect fight for me. You know, I just think his style is made for me. Pacquiao has not fought, you know, I'm not Timothy Bradley, you know. I mean, everybody he's fought, to me, is not Keith Thurman, you know. The way I move in the ring, you know, he's not used to true footwork. He did not enjoy the way Floyd was boxing, and he does not enjoy real ring shit like that. So I'm not only gonna move on him, but I'm gonna put these hands on him too. So we're gonna stick and move. And I mean, shoot, he literally had a problem, regardless of what you want to say about, you know, the controversial loss against Jeff Horn. He let Jeff Horn fight, you know. I mean, Manny Pacquiao is just, you know, he's not the most technical of fighters. He's more of a brawler. He fights in spurts. Ba 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 ba. Like I said, man, I'm addicted to the sweet science. If you can have a doctor's degree in boxing, I'd have it. Believe that, okay? I'd have my doctor's. 23 years in the game. I'm a doctorate, okay? And best believe, because I'm a doctor, I got the prescription for Manny Pacquiao.
Keith.
I got the prescription ready.